swab test compulsory for foreign security guards. Supermarkets urged not to make own law. Good evening, you're watching News on 2 with me, Renee Fong. Malaysia has recorded another 68 new positive COVID-19 cases, which brings its total to 6,535. In his daily briefing today, Health Director General Datuk Dr. Nur Hisham Abdullah said there have also been 88 recoveries, while no new death case reported in the last 24 hours. The total number of patients who have made a full recovery from COVID-19 now stands at 4,864. Datuk Dr. Nur Hisham also said that the 68 new COVID-19 cases, 57 are not Malaysians.
Ingin dimaklumkan bahawa daripada 68 kes baru yang dilaporkan hari ini, 4 adalah kes import daripada warga negara yang pulang dari luar negara, iaitu 3 daripada United Kingdom dan 1 daripada Amerika Syarikat. Ini bermakna kes penularan tempatan adalah sebanyak 64 kes, di mana sebanyak 3 kes telah dikesan dari kluster dan lokaliti di bawah Perintah Kawalan Pergerakan diperketatkan.
Datuk Dr. Nur Hisham also said as of now there are 18 cases being treated in the intensive care unit ICU. From that amount, 7 cases require the use of ventilators. All foreign security guards must undergo a swab test for COVID-19 following the discovery of new cluster of positive COVID-19 cases among security guards at a shopping mall in Cheras, Kuala Lumpur. Speaking during his daily press meet, Senior Minister Security Datuk Sri Ismail Sabri Yaakob said this was necessary as security guards are in direct contact with many people, especially if they work in supermarkets or malls.
Pegawai keselamatan inilah yang akan cek suhu badan kita sebelum masuk dan sebagainya. Jadi tentu hubungan dia terlalu banyak dengan orang ramai. Lebih-lebih lagi orang yang masuk dalam supermarket atau beli belah tidak pun didaftarkan. Jadi sukar untuk membuat pengesanan. Oleh itu mesyuarat yang bersidang pada pagi ini telah memutuskan bahawa semua security guard ataupun pengawal keselamatan warga asing diwajibkan untuk membuat saringan kesihatan swab test.
He said the Home Affairs Ministry will issue a letter to security companies on this latest directive. It is noted that the Health Ministry has identified a new cluster of positive COVID-19 cases among security guards at a mall in Cheras, with 10 positive cases detected so far. Asked if the shopping mall needs to be closed, he said the Ministry of Health will issue a statement on this. Meanwhile, Datuk Sri Ismail Sabri reiterated that supermarkets and shopping malls cannot force their customers to wear facial masks. He said the people are encouraged to wear masks, but it is not compulsory. Datuk Sri Ismail Sabri noted that not wearing a facial mask was not an offence under the Prevention and Control of Infectious Diseases Act 1988 and cautioned establishments against stopping patrons from entering for not wearing them. He also hoped that supermarkets and malls do not take the law into their hands by introducing something that is not in the law and against it. However, the minister added that the government encouraged the public to wear face masks as a matter of self-protection, particularly those with symptoms.
Saya mencadangkan kepada supermarket supaya meletakkan topeng muka di luar supaya mereka boleh jual kepada mereka yang tidak ada topeng muka. Kalau itulah yang diperlukan oleh supermarket, walaupun ianya tidak mengikut perundangan. Perundangan tak salah, tapi kalau dia nak galakkan orang yang masuk pakai topeng muka, letak di luar dan tempat yang kita sanitize tangan tu, jual topeng muka RM1 ke RM1.50. Tapi jangan paksa orang beli satu kotak pula di situ. Tujuan dia untuk masuk saja, membenarkan masuk. Kerana menggalakkan semua pakai topeng muka, jual satu je lah.
On the interstate travel, Datuk Sri Ismail said the permission is only given for travelling from 7th till 10th of May. The senior minister said after 10th May, the existing SOP like getting police permission applies, but even that for emergency reasons only.
Semua pergerakan sama ada penggunaan kenderaan yang biasa tidak dibenarkan ini hanya boleh berlaku dalam masa 4 hari saja. Kebenaran ini akan tamat pada 10 hari bulan. Selepas itu, back to normal.
Datuk Sri Ismail Sabri also added that the interstate travel allowed through Gerak Malaysia app is only for one-way trip. After that, roadblocks to interstate remains, like how it were in the earlier phases of movement control order. However, the minister added that interstate travel for work reasons will still be allowed, but they must carry a letter issued by their department. The Pahang government has agreed to implement the Conditional Movement Control Order MCO after reviewing, fine-tuning and making modifications to the relevant standard operating procedures SOPs. Menteri Besar Datuk Sri Wan Rosdi Wan Ismail said the main concern was enforcement, which would be enhanced by the related agencies including local authorities. In a statement today, he said this is to ensure that public health is maintained when the economy and certain public sectors are reopened as stipulated under the conditional MCO. He said the state government had already delegated power to the local authorities as decided during the State Executive Council meeting on Wednesday. Datuk Sri Wan Rosdi said the matter was also discussed and refined at the weekly meeting of the State Security Working Committee, which he chaired. He said the state government was supportive but requested to study and fine-tune the conditional MCO to suit the current situation of the COVID-19 pandemic in the state. On 3rd May, Datuk Sri Wan Rosdi issued a press release saying that the state government supported Prime Minister Tan Sri Muhyiddin Yassin's announcement on the conditional MCO, but the details had to be worked out specifically for Pahang. Pahang was one of the states that deferred the implementation of the conditional MCO. It is understood that the SOPs would be outlined later. Welcome back. The Federal Territories Ministry is launching a scheme to ease the city's homeless population back into society by offering them training and job placements. Minister Tan Sri Anwar Musa, in a statement today, said the job preparation and interview program is now being implemented under the auspice of the Ministry, City Hall, DBKL, and the KL Federal Territory Labour Department. Aside from job opportunities, Tan Sri Anwar said the program will also give the opportunity for skills training to the homeless via Pusat Gia Mara and the KL Industrial Training Institute, and it is also assisted by several other ministries, agencies and NGOs. On 5th May, the Labour Department along with the Ministry and DBKL conducted briefing sessions in 3 temporary homeless shelters located in Desa Tasik Ampang Hilir and Sentul Perdana. Tan Sri Anwar said 6 more career and interview briefings will be held in temporary homeless shelters next week. According to him, 3 companies, Adabi Consumer Industry Sdn Berhad, Harta Lega NGC Sdn Berhad, and Harumi Brand Sdn Berhad have conducted screening interviews on 72 individuals, and 21 have since been offered jobs to begin on 13th May. He said 9 other employers have also been identified by the department as fulfilling its criteria and in line with the International Trade and Industry Ministry Standard Operating Procedure. The minister said the job placement program is expected to provide employment to over 300 homeless individuals in the first phase. The Rapid Penang bus service, of which frequency was reduced throughout the movement control order period since 18th March, has returned to its normal operation today. According to Rapid Bus Sdn Berhad Operation Chief Ahmad Shabuddin Abdullah, all 240 Rapid Penang buses are now fully operational in all routes, with the operation hours fixed from 5:30 a.m. to 11 p.m. daily, in line with the implementation of the Penang Gradual Recovery Strategy (PGRS), which will reopen sectors of the economy in stages from today to 13th May.
Kita mengekalkan SOP-SOP kepada semua pengguna-pengguna kita, yang mana kita telah menjarakkan penumpang kita di dalam bas, yang mana kita kurangkan jumlah penumpang kita hampir 50%. Jadi setiap bas kita telah letakkan notis jumlah penumpang setiap bas, dan juga kita tandakan di setiap kerusi yang mana boleh duduk ataupun tidak, dan di mana boleh berdiri ataupun tidak.
He said this after checking the operation at the Rapid Penang Bus Terminal in Welkey in Georgetown today. He also advised all passengers to wear face masks. Rapid Penang will use this 1 week period to monitor the number of passengers using their bus service, and if the number is small, they may reduce the number of buses operating in the following week. Ahmad Shabuddin said all bus drivers were required to undergo body temperature check before they begin their daily routine, and only those with clean bill of health will be allowed to drive. Meanwhile, Ahmad Shabuddin said all Penang Island City Council's Congestion Alleviation Transport (CAT) and Central Area Transit routes will remain non-operational until further notice. Prime Minister Tan Sri Muhyiddin Yassin described the death of prominent Islamic preacher Dato' Ismail Kamus as a huge loss to dakwah in Malaysia. While expressing his sadness over the passing of Dato' Ismail early today, Tan Sri Muhyiddin said the religious scholar was a leader who had contributed so much for the country through his dakwah activities, which he was committed to doing all his life. In a Facebook posting, Tan Sri Muhyiddin also extended his condolences to Dato' Ismail's family and prayed that his soul would be placed among the righteous. The preacher, who was also the founder of the Malaysian Darussalam Islamic Medical Association, died at his home in Ampang at about 12:30 a.m. Dato' Ismail, 72, was previously treated at the intensive care unit ICU of the Kuala Lumpur Hospital for heart attack and mild stroke, as well as lung infections. Big Blue Taxi founder Dato' Syamsubaharin Ismail has claimed trial at the Kuala Lumpur Sessions Court today over an alleged offensive post on his Facebook account. The 54-year-old was charged with making the post entitled Utusan Khas Buat PM 8 with intent to offend others at about 8:54 p.m. on 20th April. The post was read out by the Cyber and Multimedia Crime Investigation Unit of the Commercial Crime Investigation Department at Bukit Aman at 11 p.m. on the same day. The offence under Section 233, Subsection 1, Subsection A of the Communication and Multimedia Act 1998 carries a maximum fine of 50,000 ringgit or imprisonment up to 1 year or both, and offenders can be fined 1,000 ringgit each day the offence continues after conviction. Dato' Syamsubaharin also faces a second charge of making the offensive statement on his Facebook account with intent to cause fear or alarm to the public at Jalan Ampang at 8:54 p.m. on the same day. The offence under Section 505 subsection B of the Penal Code carries a maximum 2 years in jail or fine or both upon conviction. The accused pleaded not guilty to the charges. Sessions Court Judge Mayun Talib fixed bail at 8,000 ringgit in one surety and 6,000 ringgit in one surety for the first and second charge, respectively. She also ordered the accused not to make any statements on the case. The case is fixed for mention on 10th June. Police arrested 4 local men 30 minutes after they rammed through a roadblock at kilometre 49.5 of the Senai Desaru Highway in Kota Tinggi, Johor. The arrest was made in a hotel in Taman Desaru Utama, Kota Tinggi at about 2 a.m. today. Kota Tinggi Police Chief Superintendent Ashmun Baja in a statement said upon inspection, police found 23 Aramin 5 pills in the suspect's car, which was seized by the police. All suspects aged between 23 and 24 tested positive for drugs, and 2 of them have had previous criminal records. The suspects are remanded for 4 days, and the case is investigated under Section 186 of the Penal Code, Section 29 of the Police Act 1967, as well as Sections 12, Subsection 2 and 15, Subsection 1, Subsection C of the Dangerous Drugs Act 1952. 4 members of a family, including a 6-year-old boy, suffered burns in a fire which consumed 2 houses near Jalan Datuk Sagor in Kuala Kangsar, Perak early today. The injured have been identified as Nur Azman Nordin, 52, his 2 children, Aidil Fakri, 6, and Danish Haikal, 14, as well as his mother, Zahara Umi Kalsum Ramli, 72. Kuala Kangsar Fire and Rescue Station Chief Muhammad Taufik Abdul Sattar today said that they received a distress call on the incident at 2:53 a.m. Upon arriving at the site, the rescuers found that the first house was 90% ablaze and there were 4 victims in the house, but they had managed to escape. According to Muhammad Taufik, the second house was only 20% ablaze and there were 2 people in the house who managed to escape unhurt. He said the fire also damaged a Proton Wira that was parked at the first house. He added that the injured victims suffered burns of between 2 and 9% on their bodies, and they were rushed to the Kuala Kangsar hospital for further treatment. Muhammad Taufik said the cause of the fire is still being investigated and the operation ended at 4 a.m. And that concludes this evening's News on 2. In our top story, swab test compulsory for foreign security guards. Join us again at 12:30 tomorrow afternoon for more updates around the world. Don't forget to wash your hands regularly, practice social distancing, and most of all, let's adhere to the movement control order and just stay at home. I'm Renee Fong. Thanks for watching and have a pleasant evening.